Right. All right, now we get about to go live. Turn that TV down now.
That damn record down.
Come on now, that record player. Are we down?
Oh, it probably, one thing I found that when there's like some other sound, a lot of times like the naked ear, I guess is that the right term?
Okay.
You can hear it.
But naked ears.
Yeah. It's like I can hear it, but it's not necessarily coming through the mix.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, as long as it's the right sound. You don't hear like a buzzsaw screaming. You don't want to hear that. That's not the sound you want to hear. Y'all, okay, people, don't mind that screaming and buzzsaw in the background. That's just, never mind. Like I was saying.
Speaking of that, she drugged me into watching Sharknado 3 the other night.
Sharknado 3.
We watched like 10 minutes of it. We didn't watch a lot of it. It was not to the high standards that I have come to expect from Sharknado 1 and 2. I was let down.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, hey,
have you seen any of those?
Shark Week? No, I haven't. I think that's a Shark Week favorite. I remember being deployed in foreign lands. And you know what? When you're sitting in the desert on the bank of a Tigris River, all of a sudden Sharknado ain't that bad. It's just
Shark Week, you mean? Or?
Shark Week, but Sharknado is part of that.
Oh yeah.
And if there's nothing else to watch,
yeah.
Let's go. Sharknado 1, 2, and we have a marathon. Let's go.
I love Sharknado 1. I thought they were great. Like I used to stay up and watch those weird sci-fi movies on the Sci-Fi Network, like Titanoboa, like all those. Like loved them, and Sharknado is just awesome.
There's a bunch of zombie ones too.
Sure, my age, that's like back in the last century. I love saying that. Back when I was a kid, back in the last century, you stayed up late at night because the scary movies, the scary pictures wouldn't come on until after midnight. Some kind of unofficial law.
Yeah,
we can't shoot them about no vampire to after 11 o'clock. Okay, all right.
It doesn't have as strong of an effect on children.
They're
sleepy while they watch it because they just assume it's a dream.
Because you're out there in the middle of nowhere in the country, and hey, that could be a vampire out there on the south end of that field. I don't know. So you don't.
It's funny. I remember when I was a kid watching scary movies, there'd be certain ones that would get me and certain ones that wouldn't, and they wouldn't necessarily think that they were that much. Like it seems like they would be just as scary. I think like the monster ones never got me as much. I guess it was like the really suspenseful ones. Like It kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah. The modern. Okay, we talking about with the clown, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was screwed up.
Yeah.
I caught myself. Okay.
Yeah. Like Poltergeist didn't scare me a lot.
Yeah. Hey, just get out of the house. Hey, leave her. Leave her. She's gone, man. You're young. You can have other kids.
Yeah.
So sorry, the horror movies I came up with were from like the 30s. The old
like Mummy
the Mummy, Bela Lugosi, 1932, 33, 32, the Werewolf, 1941. The stuff you had to use your imagination with.
Oh yeah.
If you look back at the 1932 Bela Lugosi Dracula, you never saw him actually bite anybody. He's over the bed, glaring. He's coming closer. She's laying there. Next shot, he's done. So you're like, well, did he? But what? What happened? Hey.
Yeah.
So, but you had to use more of your imagination.
Yeah.
But in 1933, I'm sure it terrified people.
Oh yeah. Because movies in general was like a new concept.
But it talks. Whoa.
Yeah.
Devil pictures, back. That's
what I'm calling all movies now.
Them devil pictures, man.
Hey, have you seen that new devil picture?
That's what my.
It's about World War II.
So like something my grandmother would say. Hey, boy, you come back from watching them devil movies? I told you about that, boy.
Did you have the same mom as the water boy?
No. Somebody else got that reference besides me. Close. I'm only half joking. Hey, God bless her. But the woman that raised me up, the old women that raised me up,
yeah,
I know I told this story. I'm about 6-year-old back on this farm in this southern state that should remain nameless. And I look up. I'm under this chinaberry tree, and I look up by the wood line by this old shed, and I see these 8 claws grab the side of this the side of the shed.
8 of them.
8. Well, 8. How many?
Roughly guessing from his 6-year-old memory, we'll say it was 8.
I don't know how many claws. How many fingers? I tell people, how many fingers does a bear have? I don't know. Do bears have fingers? I don't do that. A number of claws.
Well, I'm thinking it only had 4 fingers.
A thumb. Yeah, new claw. Yeah. Like a number of claws grabbed the side of the shed, and this black bear peeked from behind the shed, and of course, I'm 6 years old. I look up. I'm thinking, bear.
Yeah.
There's a bear right there. In which, at the time, my only images of bears were grizzlies.
Oh, yeah.
There was no other kind of bear out there. Just grizzlies, 8 foot tall, break into the cabin, eating everybody up.
Yeah, rip your head off.
Yeah, that
Scalp
bear.
you.
Yeah. Exactly. The revenant kind of bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so I go screaming bear, 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 and my grandmother's out there. She's hanging up clothes on the clothesline. For you folks that were born poor in the South, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
My grandma had one of those.
A clothesline. She's hanging up that washing on the clothesline, and she's out there with her apron on and her Dr. Scholl support holes rolled down to her ankles, and and the old woman never stopped what she was doing, never broke stride. She just looked up and says, "Get out of here." That's exactly what she said. She looked up, hanging. She's got clothes. She's pinning those clothes to the line. This guy looked over and says, "Get out of here." Bear took off.
Bear's like,
took off.
Bear was like, "Damn, I didn't think about that."
That's right. Look out. There's an 80-year-old woman over there. Look out.
I did not anticipate this kind of situation.
I mean, an 80-year-old arthritic. I mean, she didn't walk. She kind of shuffled. And he took off, and then this guy named, I can't tell you his name. He's been dead 40 years, but I can't tell you his name. Though.
Okay.
He went out there with his 410 shotgun, bolt action gun.
Yeah.
And about an hour later, we hear, no more bear.
Yep.
I mean, number of the days, but you picked up your 410, went out there and bear hunting.
Probably ate it too.
I made a coat. So yeah, remember the days.
I think it'd be cool if they made boxing gloves out of bear arms, like grizzly bear feet,
bear claws.
Bam.
I'm curious now. I'm sure somebody's googling right now how many fingers is on a bear paw.
Yeah, I'm guessing 5, right? Don't they have like 4 with the thumb kind of thing?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm sure somebody's googling it right now.
Yeah, because you got to have.
Animals didn't have opposable thumbs.
What?
I thought animals didn't have opposable thumbs though.
But
they have thumbs that just don't. They just don't.
I mean, it's not like opposable, but
it's like a dew claw on a dog.
yeah, exactly.
Excuse me.
Because they still kind of need to be, even like cats, they can sort of grab, sort of a little bit.
Not a cat person, sorry. Would know. Would know.
It looked like just a regular person.
Yeah, 5 toes.
They do? I don't.
Maybe it's like the Princess Bride, though, where it was like a 6-fingered man. And he was looking for like a 4-fingered bear.
You're dating yourself on that one. Come on. Princess Bride. That's going back. Like the ROUS's, rodents of unusual size.
Oh, yeah.
The swamp. Yeah.
Great movies never die, though.
That's dude. That's good. Watch it 100 times.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about movies. I feel like you get back to a certain point, then they feel very like the 30s movies and some of the 40s ones or whatever. But but there's some old movies that they feel like they're just as good now as they ever were. Especially if you get, I'll tell you an era where it gets kind of hairy is that era when CGI was just starting to get kind of viable.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, I know which one. Godzilla, 1998. Sucked. Sucked.
There wasn't what, Matthew Broderick?
Broderick, yeah. They had the new.
It was like a worm scientist or something.
The worm guy, yeah. They brought out the new design Godzilla. Everybody said this sucks. I mean, dude. They had a fleet of Apache helicopters. They made the same movie mistake. Okay, they got this fleet of helicopters shooting at this thing. The same mistake they made in Star Wars on what's that planet with the bears? Endor.
Yeah.
Instead of flying above the trees, they flew down among them. Same mistake with the Apache helicopters. Instead of flying above the buildings and shooting the Godzilla, they flew among the buildings and crashed into it. Classic movie mistake.
Yeah.
And they say the same thing in this new King Kong Skull Island. You seen that one?
They fly really low. Yeah.
Okay, dude. I'm like, well,
they got to be in range where the guy can.
because he couldn't swat him down.
Yeah,
okay.
That was a good movie though. I liked it for what it was.
Okay, I mean, Samuel L. must need some money. Sam Jackson must need some money. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll do it. Fine.
Yeah, I liked it.
Same character I always play. Sure.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Do you watch it?
Yeah.
My favorite part of that movie though was what's his name? Is it John C. Reilly? Is that?
Yeah. The guy who shot the P-51 guy got shot down.
Yeah, that guy was so funny in that movie.
He was funny and great. He was about the best character.
He was. It was so great. It was like, I don't know, just like the style of humor that he was using. It was just, I don't know, it worked so
25 years after he gets shot down on a desert island, comes home, finds his old lady waiting on him. Dude, excellent.
Yeah,
excellent, dude.
And he's like a little crazy. He's like they don't talk much.
They don't talk much.
And like he could like understand what they were saying, you know.
I mean, great man. It was for what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I went into it knowing it was going to be kind of corny.
I guess I had expectations, but then again, I felt like this was there was an old movie from the 30s called Son of Kong.
Okay.
After they killed, I know I'm old. After King Kong,
that was called Donkey Kong Jr.
King Kong, 1933, big hit.
Yeah.
So Hollywood has always been Hollywood. So they're like, we got to strike while the iron's hot. We got to make another one. So they made Son of Kong, which sucked.
Yeah.
And and the same thing. What's that one that? What's the guy who made Lord of the Rings? What's his name?
Oh, Gandalf?
The director. The director, what's his name?
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
He made
he did one of the King Kong movies.
Yeah, the King Kong movie he did. Great movie.
Yeah,
with
Jack
Natalie.
Black was in it.
Yeah, and what's her name? Who played Fay Ray? Who played Fay Ray's role? The girl. The Australian lady. Yeah, her.
Yeah. The guy from the Pianist was in there.
Yeah, that guy too. Yeah, I know his name, Brody.
Yeah.
But anyway, great movie. I think this Son of Kong 2 was just like a cheap sequel.
Yeah.
They you know what? We'll put Sam Jackson in it. Call it King Kong. People will come.
Yeah.
Which is what happened for the first week.
Yeah.
And then people went, man, that sucked.
But I did think though it was one of those movies where it wasn't an independent film, but I sort of viewed it at like in that category because I knew it was gonna. Because you had John C. Reilly's character that sort of made it not as serious, joking around and stuff. So it was kind of, I took it as sort of a lighthearted King Kong.
Lighthearted King Kong. Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
He was sort of a friendly King Kong.
That's right.
He came around eventually. Yeah.
Hey,
like that scene where he grabs that squid, that was pretty great. He just like pulls it up out of it and drags it. The whole thing is like the video editor in me was just like it frustrated me when they cut away from it so fast. I wanted to watch him like drag that thing through that they cut away, but
the story. Okay, at the end of Vietnam. Hey,
that was one thing that disappointed me a little. Was I felt like the Vietnam thing. It's one of the things I was excited about the movie because I love Vietnam movies and that era is interesting to me. And it was sort of like, hey, a cool like sci-fi movie and like kind of Vietnam.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Vietnam stuff came across a little corny at times.
A lot of stereotypes in there.
Yeah, overdone.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, who knows? It could have been what's his name? Colonel. What's his name from Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
All right, boys, go ahead. That song they playing "Ride of the Valkyries" as is going in to shoot up Kong. That would be cool. That would be cool. Hey.
And of course, Sam Jackson's character was aching for another mission.
Of course. Yeah. What does that guy do? You see people like that. What does that guy do when peacetime comes? You know, I'm going to work at Walmart. I don't think so. No. I met, not unfortunately, I met more than one person that was that way. You got those people who perform brilliantly, who are stellar in combat.
Yeah. And
then they come back here and they fall apart because a lot of people can't hack peace.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and I've heard one person say this, and I agree. Over there, it's not real life. You just survive, do your job, get out there, do what you got to do, come back. Here, there's BS.
Yeah.
You got to check emails. Hey, the baby needs food. Oh, the gutters need cleaning. Oh, my God, I got to cut the grass. It's about BS back here. So
yeah. That's what I've always gathered, that it seems like, from what I've heard about PTSD, that's more about the contrast than the actual situations that you have.
It's just another world, and embracing it's very important. I think Sam Jackson would need some Sam Jackson's character would have needed some therapy once he got home. So,
yeah, because it's like, how do you follow that experience?
Yeah, okay, you know? All right then, sir, mailman. All right,
It seems like some people, or maybe they keep it inside. I don't know. My grandfather, you know, I didn't know him for a very long time, but what I remember about him and what I've heard about him, because he was a World War II veteran and stuff, and Normandy, the whole 9 yards. And he was one of those guys that, like, he came back home and he went to work. You know, he became a contractor and worked hard. And he played, you know, music with his friends and was very relaxed and just very like great attitude, and everyone liked him and all that kind of stuff. So it almost had this vibe like he's already accomplished the greatest thing that he's going to accomplish in his life, so he's got nothing to lose. He's just got this attitude of like, I'm just going to work hard and have a good life now.
Enjoy it. Yeah,
it was like it took a pressure off of him or something. Now that could just be the way it looked on the surface, of course.
That's a great attitude to have. I mean, I've been to Normandy, man. This is easy. Come on,
I've already done it.
What?
You know?
What you going to do to me? Come on, I live on Palm Beach.
Because I think that's a pressure that people have a lot. Is like, you know, they're searching for something. They got to have some.
What's that?
It's TV, yeah.
I thought I heard like a gong. I mean,
it's good,
what? We talk about, the first thing I thought about was the old King Kong where they had to hit the gong and that Kong was like coming to get his sacrifice. I went, hey, dude, we were just kidding, right? There isn't like going to be a giant ape hand crashing through that window. Okay,
but people are always searching for like their thing, you know. It's like they're just hungry for it, and understandably, I guess. But yeah, you go through an experience that large, it's almost like, hey, I've already done it, so let's just have fun with life.
And I'll say this for myself: there's been a lot of searching, you know, for something like that. You know, the adrenaline. Adrenaline rush. If you watch this movie called Restrepo, when they're in the firefights, and the reporter said, "How you feel, man? I mean, how you guys feeling?" All these guys are like, "Yeah, man, I love shooting it back." It's hard to go from that. Back to, ma'am, you want cheese on that? You know, it's hard. You know, it's hard.
I wonder if there was a difference between, like okay, this may be a weird comparison to make. Okay, let's compare combat to the painkillers. Okay, so like if you have surgery or something, you know, where you have a legitimate reason for painkillers, most people find it's not hard to not become addicted to them because you need them for a very specific reason. You take them for a very specific period of time, and then you're done, and then you move on with your life. You could maybe say World War II maybe is kind of like that. It's like it was not that long, really. You think about it.
3 years, 8 months for U.S.
Yeah. So you go there, you know, whatever. It's intense, all the thing that entails, and then it's like you're home. So it's like a very like. It's over. Yeah. But with the more recent wars like Afghanistan, Iraq, it's kind of like this long experience for people. You go and you come back. So it's kind of like taking prescription pills like off and on. You're more likely to maybe have trouble with some addiction to the adrenaline. You know?
And I think that, too, there's not the before the first time I deployed, I had the old World War II image. By God, me and John gonna go off and kill them bad guys, and by God, we're gonna conquer this, take the city, and then the war will be over. Everybody come home. Ticker tape parade down Main Street.
The bad guys will all be wearing a symbol that we can easily The Nazis made it so easy.
That's right. That's right. It was no. Well, I don't know. No, that bad guy's good guy.
Yeah.
So
it might as well been like shirts and skins.
That's right. So no, it was in the past. It was a lot simpler. Again, we talked about this before. World War II was the last war that was in black and white. It was just them bad, us good. Let's go get them. 3 years, 8 months. The war's over. Yeah, it was hard. It was rough, but everybody we started together. Everybody survived. We're done now. Everybody came home, and now it's going with our life. And now a lot of guys felt like your granddad. You know, what's going to top that?
Right.
What's going to top that? The rest of life is easy.
Yeah.
Some of the books I've read, my old man, I think, Battle of the Bulge, and then rest of his life after that. I mean, how do you top that?
Yeah.
17-year-old truck driver in the Battle of the Bulge shooting not SS Nazis. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, back to a farm by the plow. Yeah, I mean,
any Nazis around here? No.
He told me once that the first time he came to the fire, he was on the train in Normandy, and he was on a flat car bed going across Normandy on a train. They got scraped by ME 109, and the train do like 30 or 40 miles an hour, and again, segregated army.
Yeah.
And the train, they start getting scraped, and the white lieutenant came out and said, "Everybody jump!" And they said, "Nobody hesitated." Right off the side. So, you know, there was no hesitation.
Yeah, like, hey, everybody! Oh, they're already gone.
So, yeah. And he says the first time he came up the fire was in Belgium, and he says this is the first thing he thought when he heard that bullet go over his head. He thought there's Klan in Germany. So it was a double world. Hey, 1944, by God. So hey,
you know, one thing I've never that's so perplexing to me is we think about like the neo-Nazis, right? So like, I mean, for a lot of reasons, but you know, the Nazi thing, like, why did they? Like, because neo-Nazis are associated with you know, obviously white Southern people typically, but you also associate people like Southern people in general with, you know, being the people that go off and fight wars also. So
stronger military tradition.
Yeah, typically. So what's bizarre to me is like, so if there's some neo-Nazi that was like my age in the 70s or the 80s. Good chance their dad was in World War II and fought the Nazis. It's like, it just doesn't compute. Like, how did that?
Yeah.
Like,
well, except for, you know, one or two mistakes, except for one or two errors. I mean, you know, it's a Nazi party. Hey, come on.
Whatever, yeah.
But you know, people believe what they believe. It's a free country, you know. Fine. In fact, you know what? Norman Arnold Schwarzkopf. Okay. Norman Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf, Schwarzenegger. Come on. You know, it's one of those German names.
Oh, Schwarzkopfinator.
Norman Schwarzkopf. he says when they gave him his trick-or-treat parade after Desert Storm, there were people protesting outside of the building he was in.
Yeah. And
they asked him what he thought. He said, "That is great." He says, "They are protesting. That is awesome, because we live in a country where they can do that.
Yeah.
If you have a disagreement, you can go out there and lawfully, peacefully protest. That is excellent."
Right.
And he was right. So, you know, no, everybody doesn't agree. People disagree. That's fine.
Right.
As long as you do it peaceably and don't try to take over no national parks or nothing, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So, hey, dude.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That's one thing that scares me about the trend right now, is that it seems like, you know, they're trying to control language and what people say, and so many like frivolous things that are sort of like symptoms and side effects of a real problem that I feel like is not being talked about, because it's easier to talk about the symptoms.
It's easier. I mean? Oh, you use profanity. Well, let's listen to what he was saying instead of how he was saying it. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, maybe that's how he expresses himself. That's fine.
Right.
But what is he actually saying? You know, let's get away from profanity. Okay, not good. But what's he really trying to say?
Yeah. And do we really want to breed a society full of silent racists?
That's
yeah. You know what I mean?
They're the worst ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I come from the South where. You like that southern thing?
I did, yeah.
Okay. I like that.
It was convincing.
I don't know why, but coming from the South, I've lived in the South, lived in the North. As far as racism, I'll take the Southern brand personally. Thank you, because it's upfront and honest. And this place in Alabama, I went to one of my first jobs, and this guy told me, this white guy told me up front, "Now look here, I ain't got no use for you." But that's what he said. said. That's what he said.
I love the face you made too when you said that.
He said, "Look,"
because it was like there was like no way I could doubt what you said. It was like, oh, he's right. Like, I guess he's right.
He said, "Look here, now I ain't got no use for you.
Yeah,
but we got to work together, boy. Now come on, now let's go to work now." Okay, all right. I mean, you know, you knew where you stood. You knew where you stood, and I personally appreciated that. He was honest. I mean, you know, I ain't gotta love you. I ain't gotta love you, boy. I ain't gonna love you, but we got to work together. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Now, unlike that other brand, well, okay, I'm not going to put out any particular region, but it was very undercover. You know, very. John, you're a great guy. Kill him. John, we love you. We love you.
Yeah.
Hang him. You know, hey, be upfront. I mean, we ain't got to love each other, but we have to get along.
Right. And of course, I'm not trying to stereotype a group of people, but I've heard like New Yorkers can be bad about that.
Okay, you know? Now I'm not.
But, at least in the past, you know.
So
because you do, you know, you have that. I don't know where, like, because of. I mean, okay, I know why. Because of the history of the South, of course, it is. People think it's more racist, but it's not necessarily. It's
okay.
just.
Okay, I got to speak up. I got to speak up. Okay, being a son of the South, I'm here to tell you, you got good and bad folks everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just that Southern stereotype, like you said, that Southern stereotype. But most Southern folks I come across, why not do that? I don't know. I make a point. Whenever I make a point, I get more Southern now. Don't you talk about that now? Yeah. What?
About 10
like
degrees.
A dignified Southern voice.
Yeah.
So.
It's like 10 degrees south of Colonel Sanders.
You can't not believe this voice.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Every time I make a point now, I turn into Colonel Sanders. Now, look here, Big John. Now, you guys best come on now, post haste. I was on recruiting duty in Ohio talking to that, and I'll be at a school up in Ohio. And I go, yeah, now, and now, look here, where I come from, the Army is a good opportunity, and I reckon y'all should do the same thing. They go, where you from again? Oh, and I did cause flack and an uproar in this one high school. It was in a certain state. I'm going to say which one. But their school picture, everybody had a Confederate flag behind them. Right, so I went. This is a northern-ish state, right? So I pointed out at the time that what's this Confederate flag? Whoa! Someone coming from the South. Y'all be Yankees. What y'all doing with this here flag behind you? You're all Yankees, boy. All of you. What can they say?
Yeah,
I'm the Southern.
That's a weird thing. It's like used as a lot of times just as a symbol of like more like rural life than anything. You know?
But the only issue I have with Confederate flags is that people use it for what it was never intended to be used for.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. I mean, especially the only problem I've ever had with it is people from the North.
Yeah,
you from where? Vermont. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Well, it's like I was in Michigan recently for that movie that we were doing, and it was weird. I've been to Minnesota before, and I've been to Wisconsin, both very Midwestern feeling states, you know. But Michigan, I'd never been there before, and it was like the South, basically. Have you ever been to Michigan? I mean,
no, sorry.
Other than like the big cities like Detroit and stuff, and didn't go to Flint while I was there. Didn't have to avoid the water. But I mean, outside of the city, it felt like the South. People just talked a little different, but I mean, it was just like
same way Ohio.
People, you know?
Same way Ohio. It's
true,
like,
yeah.
You know, oh, yeah, y'all. What? Where you from again?
Yeah, really.
So.
Yeah, that's the thing that's weird is like I think we falsely categorize people a lot of the times.
But TV and movies, we just have this this expectation.
Yeah.
Of certain regions.
Right. It's like, I think part of what shapes people more than anything is just kind of your lifestyle.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like if you like, I don't care what part of the country you're in. If you live in a rural area that's not heavily populated, you're gonna relate to other people that are like that.
Yeah.
We're pretty similar. You know,
that gong again. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
It distracted me. I'm like, whoa, is it dinner time?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Dad's shooting in the living room. Installed a living room range.
I got an indoor range downstairs. Yeah.
Which I probably mentioned this on the show before. I want to have this idea for to research the legalities of it before I would do it, but I'd love to have a shooting range like in my basement, one of those ones that they use in like some like gun manufacturing plants will have them and stuff, where you basically bury like a big culvert in the ground.
Okay.
And so you have this like lane, so it's like you just step into it and you just shoot into this pipe. You know?
Okay.
And it's safe because it's buried really far underground and everything.
It's your house. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Yeah. Get the police called, maybe.
I mean, you got your castle here. I mean, the Warsaw Police Force can't be that bad.
It would double as a shelter.
There you go. Hey, come on now. The way Putin's acting,
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't mean no.
Yeah, I still don't buy the Russia thing as far as them being a real threat.
I mean,
I think in the '80s they probably were, but I don't think now it's.
From my understanding, the Russians are, I didn't say Ruskies, the Russians they're about making money, getting paid. You know, it's, what, you want to fight and rule the world, America, go ahead. We're about business and getting paid.
A lot of people are coming around this whole capitalism thing.
Yeah, they're like we tried communism. Hey, we tried it. Hey.
Yeah, like China, for example.
They say they're communists.
Yeah, they're communists and well, when it comes to like their rules and stuff, their laws, but business wise, they're basically capitalistic.
And they're about getting paid, making money. They got to. You got 1.3 billion people. Hey, dude, we gotta be about getting paid. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Very wasteful, from what I understand. They do a lot of things that are wasteful because they have to have a lot of make jobs because you got almost that many people.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, from what I understand, in the cities they live the way we do. Well, but outside, the rest of the population it's rough.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know it's crazy how I've seen like pictures and stuff of how just jam packed,
Oh yeah.
They are in there. It's insane.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But you got like London, and man, they're on top of people. It's the largest city in the world. I think London is now.
London is?
I believe London is.
Really? I thought it would have been China, like Beijing or something.
No, it's close. For a time, at least, London was the largest city. And they're just on top of each other.
Yeah, Google back there, largest city.
Largest city on earth.
Yeah. Anybody listening want to Google that?
That's right. This guy in London. Hold on.
There's a guy in
Beijing going, wait.
It was like a guy in London. He like goes out in front of, hey, how many of you are there?
Let's count off. What?
How many we got out here?
Neither of those are like even in the top few. Tokyo, Japan is what it says is number one.
Tokyo, Japan.
On my Google. Yeah, and then Delhi, India.
Delhi.
Delhi.
Okay. Yeah, India.
And then Shanghai is number 3.
Dude, how do we forget
They're
India?
always bringing people in there.
Man, how do we forget India? Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I forget.
No, I got this. I just got your joke. Shanghai. I got it.
It's okay. It wasn't a good joke.
All right.
Yeah, I forget that India is so heavily populated.
Yeah, they got a very large population. Hey.
Yeah.
If they apparently, I have a family member that went to India, actually one that went to China too. And if you hit a cow, she said in India, you'll go to jail.
Whoa.
At least in the city that she was in. And she said they drive crazy and there's cows everywhere. So I don't know how many people end up in jail for that. But yeah, I thought that was funny.
Oh my God. Oh man.
I read something. I heard it on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I read something about it. It's kind of interesting. The whole one of the theories behind the sacred cow thing. And why they worship a cow or whatever. Mm-hmm. One of the theories is that magic mushrooms grow underneath cow poop.
Yeah.
It feels weird to say the word poop, but it's a family-friendly show. So.
Manure.
Cow manure.
Okay.
Cow droppings.
That's right. Feces.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So one of the theories is that they were finding those and eating them, and they didn't make the connection that it was like the mushroom, but it was had something to do with the cow.
The cow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting theory. Yeah.
I mean, hey. Why not? I mean, I thought it was because of reincarnation. Hindu belief in reincarnation. That that could be a relative you're hitting.
Yeah, but the cows are like more important than the other.
Oh, okay. Oh, they still okay. Okay. As if you're a dog, you're screwed. Run him over.
Only the best people become cows.
That's right. He's an upstanding man. He's a cow. Look at him. But that rat, whoa, he must have sucked.
Yeah. If I was going to reincarnate, I don't think I'd want to come back as a cow.
No problem. No.
Yeah.
We're in this, where was it? It was some place in the Far East, and rat was on the menu. And they're like, well, it's farm raised. And I was like, oh, well. Only the choicest farm raised rats. Okay, well, bring it on. I mean, oh my God. Oh, dude.
That's rough.
Oh, yeah. But it's culture. It's the culture.
Yeah.
I mean, anything feathers, hair, scales, they don't.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I've heard that possum is not bad if you like farm raise them, like corn and stuff.
Farm raised possum. We're gonna herd and bring in the North herd of possum. On horseback. Get on now. Come on. Come on.
And you gotta like do it at night. You got night vision goggles out there on your horse.
Make sure you cross on multiple roads.
You have like a small private selection of raccoons also.
Hey, we joke now, but when the zombie apocalypse come, that possum will be looking mighty good.
Yeah.
My God.
I would eat. I mean, it's hard to say what meat would be grosser, a possum or a rat.
That's a toss up. That's a toss up, dude.
I would feel if it was farm raised, I would feel better about the possum.
We gotta have standards now. Come on.
What about free range?
Free range. That's right. None of that, chemically altered rat. None of that.
Yeah, no, not free range. Chicken. I'll eat free range chicken, but
my parents, my family, they came from that world. Again, they were raised during the Depression in the 30s, and you ate whatever you could find.
Yeah.
And possum was on the menu, and I remember, oh my God, they go out hunting for them.
Yeah.
And I remember they were in there, and I made the mistake opening up the stove, and there's this possum in there surrounded by sweet taters.
Oh man.
Of course you gotta have your standard sweet potatoes and onions and all that. And I quickly closed it. Oh my God. And then and I remember to this day I remember seeing them in there. They were eating that thing like it was cuisine. Oh yes. This must have been from what, South Alabama? No, I don't know, but maybe a little bit of Florida. I can't tell. They were like cuisine. Yes. So it depends on where you came from. I mean, I didn't touch it. I
mean, I'm not above eating any type of animal except that if it's an animal that eats dead stuff.
Scavengers. It's like it's buzzards off the menu.
Yeah, no thanks. But yeah, I'd actually like to eat squirrels sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you ever had it? I don't know. If
I have, but you gotta get a lot of them. You got one or two won't do it.
You get like one squirrel tender.
You need you get about 3-4 of them, got yourself a meal there, boy.
That's funny. Yeah, hunting is not something I ever really got into. Just it takes a lot of patience. It's kind of like fishing. I don't know.
Fishing's more about being about the relaxation.
Yeah. Fishing I would enjoy more than actual hunting. Yeah. Even now I'm not crazy.
But I've some people in my family hunted, and I was like, nah, dude. The shooting part's cool. That's the easy part.
Yeah.
It's dragging them back to the house. And the skinning and the gutting.
Yeah.
And, okay, all right, okay.
It's like, have you ever seen the movie Wide Earp?
Yeah, which one? Kevin Costner or?
Yeah, not Tombstone, but Wide Earp, the one with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, yeah.
Yeah. And
shooting the buffaloes out there,
yeah, it shows him taking out this buffalo, and it's like, oh, that looks so much fun. And then they're out there in the field, hot.
And they said, and the guy said that shooting them's the easy part, and then there's the skin them. You have to tie a rope to the skin, and then the horse and drag the skin off. It's nasty. And
they sit out there, and the thing is, it would take you a while to get to all of them. So they'd just be sitting out there just festering.
Yeah, flies. I mean, it was a nasty, dirty. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was surprised they didn't get sick and die all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure the refrigerator truck was still 50 years away.
Yeah. So, well, that's the thing. They're like, that's what's sad about it, is they're wasting all that meat because they can't do anything with it.
And that really PO'd the Native Americans. They're like, hey, we live on this, and you're just shooting them to make hats. Oh, dude, dude, that's our winter. Like
very, very nice hats.
A buffalo baklava.
They just never gave it a chance. You know?
The beavers are like.
They finally saw like one of the hats and they're like, all right, that's class right there. Okay, now I get it.
When I was raised up, again, my people came from that time where even though there were modern conveniences, they still did things the old way, like raising hogs. And back in the old days, 19th century, you raised your hogs in the spring or summer, and then you slaughter them in the wintertime so that you had something in the fall, so that you have something to get you through the wintertime.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, in hindsight, I look back, my people did that, but I'm like, why? There's like a grocery store right over there. I mean, but that's what they did. That's where they came from. And we raise hogs, and then first frost, okay, it's slaughtering time, right?
Do they survive? Can they survive the winter, or do you just do?
They could, but the world they came from, you raise your hogs up in the spring, summer.
Yeah.
Now come fall, it's time for slaughter them. And usually first frost, it's over. It's over. I mean, the jig's up. Their time's up, right?
Yeah.
And so me being that prissy school kid that I was, come slaughtering time, they're like, all right, we're going to go down here. It's time. Uncle LD's down. We're going to go down here and kill these hogs. Okay. So I go down there. And they shoot them in the head. Next time, to lift them up. Now, I had the gall to make the suggestion, well, why don't we let them out first, let them walk out, then shoot him. Then there's all this lifting. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I was the guy with the 5th grade education. I was a 5th grader out there. I don't know. I don't know. So they shoot him, and then for some reason, okay, as I pointed out, we all had to lift the hog over the fence.
Yeah.
Instead of letting him walk out and then shoot him. And
I imagine they're pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, 600-700 pounds.
Oh man, wow.
And then all right, let's drag him up to the house. Again, I had the gall in my 10-year-old my brain to say, should we just let them, maybe hurry them up there first, and then we could just do it all in one spot? Shut up. Okay, all right, sure. So, slaughtering hogs is time consuming, dirty, nasty, and but it gets you through the wintertime.
Yeah,
dude. We had 500-600 pounds of meat. You better like pork. You better like pork because you're going to get every form of it.
Yeah.
But again, they came from that world. And again, I was the snotty kid, 10-year-old with the education going. Yeah. That's grocery store right there. Dude, why are we doing,
Well, there's probably something cool too, even if you don't have to, about even you still have to buy, I guess, the baby, what do they call it, the baby hogs? The
shalt, which I'm not sure what that is, but that's what my folks always call. Okay. A shalt, and then you raise them up. S-H-O-A-L, shalt. A shoal.
Okay.
S-H-O-A-L-T, shalt. Yeah, there you go. Is there a teacher around to check that spelling? I don't know.
But you still have to buy them, but still, there's probably something cool about you're raising your own meat and
in hindsight,
all that.
It was the best experience, one of the best experiences I ever had. In hindsight,
yeah.
At the time, I thought this is dirty. Yeah, I'm out here. I would watch TV.
It's very real. Too,
it's real life. I mean, hey boy, chop up that. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Then you had to throw them in. Had the big scalding pot. And you threw the body in there, and then and then after you scalded them, you scraped all the hair off of them, which was fun. No.
Yeah, but that was gross.
Then they did like a little mini crucifixion. They had this tripod thing. They laid it down on the ground, and then they stuck the hog's feet up on the upper end of it, and they nailed the hog's legs to the top of it. Had a little mini crucifixion, and they they stick him up, and then he's hanging upside down.
That's barbaric.
That's right. I'm like, God. And then they come up there and with a big butcher knife, and from crotch from the crotch to the neck, whoosh, whoosh. And I'm 10 years old going, yeah. Look at it, yeah. Dude, I don't know why I have no idea why I'm not up on the roof of the rifle right now. But I thought, yeah, man, yeah. That was cool, man. So,
it wasn't like so much work. I mean, it's not like the work scares me, it's just I would be too busy for it. But I would love to have to raise chickens. If I had some room for it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so time consuming. I wouldn't have
exactly
time for it.
In today's world. Come on, when you got time to do that?
Yeah,
just feeding them.
I wonder if there's like a thing you can do where, like, if you had a chicken coop, you could, I don't know, go into some deal with someone and be like, hey, if you'll like take care of these chickens, like we can keep them here on my property, like I'll pay to make sure all their coops are up kept or whatever. And then maybe you pay for the food or whatever, split it or something, but like you can have half of them, but just do it all for me and I'll keep it here basically. and you can have half of them.
You take them away and then they come back, stamp USDA. That's all I want to see.
Well, it's kind of like, because I'm not a big fisherman, and some people will scoff at this, but like there's a place in Cookeville, Tennessee. There's probably several around, but it's called the Catfish Farm.
Yeah.
And it's like a big pond, and and it's it's not literally like you throw your line in and a catfish comes out every time. That's right. But it's stocked with nothing but catfish.
Okay.
And they're like good, like farm raised catfish or whatever.
Okay.
And what's cool about it is if you're not a big fisherman, you can go and if you somewhat try, you'll probably catch something.
You can't. It's hard to miss when they're like,
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I usually when I've gone, I'll catch like 2 or 3 and they're decent size or something. But the cool thing is they'll cut it up for you and put
no
it on
fuss.
Yeah.
I don't want to get all that hands-on stuff. I'll catch him, but cut him up.
Yeah.
Come on now.
The thing is, like, it's not that I'm like afraid to do it. It's just it's another hobby to get into. Exactly. It's like I've already got so many, and it's like I don't have the time for it.
Same thing. I was in Germany, and I went to this park in Germany, and they had farm-raised trout. I mean, you couldn't call it fishing because it's like they're like right there. You could just bend over and pick one out.
I actually had trout for the first time on the trip last week. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, they called it fishing. No, it wasn't. I mean, when you could just reach and catch one. Yeah. I mean, I just hand fishing, I guess.
Yeah.
Those guys in Oklahoma sticking their hands down.
The noodling or whatever.
Ain't no way.
Yeah,
ain't no way.
Those things got teeth. And snapping turtles got beaks.
You took the words out of my mouth. I thought, that's a loggerhead down now. No.
I've seen an alligator snapping turtle before. Not like a real one. Like it was a real one, but it wasn't like in the water with me. there was this old. I'll tell you. You ever go to those old like river gas stations?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like one of the last gas stations near the river.
Yeah.
Those are the best. Okay. And the worst at the same time. Because they're like not like a regular gas station. And of course they got all fishing stuff in there. But I went to this one somewhere in Middle Tennessee, and they had a giant alligator snapping turtle. I mean, it was like literally like this big. I mean, it was a huge one.
Wide or long?
Like wide.
Okay.
It's a big old head, And I was like, if I was thinking about swimming,
no way.
If that thing got your ankle,
dude, it's over. I mean,
take your foot off.
There's this guy named I can't. He's been dead 40 years, but I can't say his name. But this guy. His big thing was old school black guy, and he was all about, I ain't going to no grocery store. There's a whole river full of fish and turtle out there. What do I need to go to the grocery store for? Right? So he saw his fish traps and trout line and snacks pole. And we went out there and
jugs. Did he have to do the jugs?
That's right.
He did that jug fishing. That's like the ultimate redneck fishing.
Exactly.
A bunch of like yellow purity milk jugs out there floating around.
Well, I ain't no time to stay on no bank. Come on, I got stuff to do. So anyway, you get out there and sure enough, he pulled out one of his traps made out of. It was chicken wire. He made it out of chicken wire. A fish trap out of chicken wire.
Okay.
Sure enough, there was this big old snapping turtle in there, right? And fortunately, he knew what he was doing because I sure as heck did. And what he did is that the thing was still alive. So what he did, he stick a stick in front of his mouth, and you want him to snap at that first. And once they bite on it, they won't let go.
Oh.
It is a reptile after all, so it ain't got enough sense to turn loose.
Huh.
And then he shanked it after he had bit, right?
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, I had to stab him, boy. I had to stab him because if and you don't, snapping turtle bites something, he won't turn loose unless there's a thunderclap." Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm 11. Sure. All right. So if that thing latch on to my foot, I'm going to sit here and wait for the next storm to roll through. I can get him off me. I guess so.
Maybe gunfire would work.
I think you're right. Nobody mentioned that. Maybe a shotgun would work. I don't know. No, it wouldn't work. He'd shoot him, but he'd still hang on.
Yeah, okay. Bounce off his shell.
That's right. So,
I wonder. I know I've heard of like turtle soup or whatever, but I wonder if like, turtle like you can get like good chunks of meat out of turtle that's good.
Well, I've heard of a lot. I'm like, how do you get the shell off? I mean, I've heard of one way to do it.
Steel saw, maybe.
Use like a hammer.
Like you're gonna have
like crabs, yeah.
That's with a chisel.
That'd be like a on the river version of like those crab places. You got the little like
the lobster bed, the lobster bib.
Yeah, and you got the hammer cracking the turtles open.
Which I'm curious, how do you get them out of the shell? I know there's a way to do it, but
I don't know.
I've heard of one way. Now I don't know how you gut them. I don't know how, but I saw one guy in survival school. He just built the fire and threw the turtle on the fire. After he killed it, I'm like, okay, what about all them guts? Don't worry about that. Okay, all right. And he says,
don't worry about it.
That's flavor. That's flavor. Now, come on, give it taste.
Yeah.
But anyway, he threw it on the fire, and he said once the shell starts flaking, it's ready. And then it's like you just start peeling off the shell and commence to eating.
Wow.
I went, okay. All right, dude. You better be glad I'm hungry because otherwise I wouldn't go near it. Kind of greasy, kind of very reptile tasting. That's all I got to say, dude.
Imagine. I've had snake before, but it was small.
Yeah, well, it didn't taste like chicken. What are you talking about?
You know what's weird? Is it like... of course, it did have sort of the texture of chicken, kind of like a tough kind of chicken.
Tough, snaky chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. But it had almost like the flavor reminded me of like a tough fish almost in a way, too. It's weird. It is strange.
Why okay, how come it's not just, it tastes like a reptile?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Nobody wants to say that. It tasted like a snake.
Man, snakes are weird. When you skin them, they still move around and stuff.
Dude. Like I heard gator tail. Oh, that's the best thing. This guy from Louisiana. Best thing in the world, gator tail. Just like chicken. It's alligator, man. It's it's not as pleasing, it's not as appetizing if you say, have some alligator tail. No.
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes like chicken, steak. Dress it up, put some gravy on it, man.
So you have somebody telling you how to get a turtle out.
I knew it.
Okay.
Which is a good thing because I tried to Google
Enlighten
it.
us.
When I tried to Google it, all I could find that you were supposed to coax him out or stress him out. Either one, which are totally opposite.
I think they met.
Come on, turtle.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on out. He pulls out a zipper, steps out.
Preferably before he's dead. Save some work. Kind of like Derrick's thing with the hogs. Somebody said you slice around the belly. And then someone else said that you use an axe. Those are very different. Yeah. I think the slicing around the belly would be like a lot easier of the way to go, but an axe might be more fun. Okay. I saw one of them naked
sledgehammer.
Ooh, okay. I think we need to make the note. We need to note that we would kill the turtle first. I'm sorry. I mean, you got to put him out of his misery first. You don't beat him to death. Come on. Come on. I saw this one of these Naked and Afraid shows, and this woman that she was going through the river and she saw a turtle and dashed up to get him. I went, it's a turtle, dude. Why are you running? Why are you running? She pounced on. I mean, I think he got it. I think he got it. You could have casually walked over there and got him, hey.
Yeah.
But that's good to know. I mean,
you know, you might be able to use is those little like buzzsaw things they use to cut a cast off.
You got a pocket hand drill. After you painlessly, kill the turtle. That don't even sound right. Killing a turtle. How tough could that be? Really. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, it's like they're tanks right now.
Okay. Your regular box turtle, people are sympathetic. People are empathetic toward those.
Yeah, because they're cute.
Yeah, cute. They're cuddly. You think of, Well,
not too cuddly.
Well, yes, it is a reptile. But you say alligator snapping turtle, they're like, get the gun. Yeah. I need the shotgun with slugs. Screw him.
Yeah.
Hey, they're ugly, big beak. Starling.
No. Even a regular one. I one time I ran across just a regular snapping turtle, and it was. I mean, I guess. Are alligator snapping turtles actually a different type, or are they just bigger?
Bigger.
Okay, because it still sort of had the same features, but it was just it was about this big, not this big. Yeah. I mean, it was still a lot big compared to a box turtle. That's for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't your the one you keep in your aquarium at home. No, it was something that belonged at the bottom of a river that you better not step on.
Yeah, it was in a dry creek, and the dog was with me at the time. And he was like barking at it and stuff, and I was kind of afraid it might get him or something, so I had to kind of get it. I wanted to like investigate it more, but I had to get the dog away. I was afraid.
Yeah, don't get too close. That's a long. That's that finger's gone, dude.
Yeah, I remember there was a really small one that was more of like a water turtle one time that got in our yard one time. I remember like poking it with a stick.
Do the kid thing.
That's always what you do.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. It could be like the monolith that holds all truth. And like,
stick. Yeah. That's 12-foot grizzly. Yeah. Come on, it don't matter. You're a kid.
Yeah. I love that scene so much in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Mm-hmm. In the intro, you got the big monolith and that weird sound, and they're all just coming up there and they're just like touching it,
Which reminds me of History of the World Part 1, their version of that.
Oh, that's right. They did do something like that, yeah.
We can't talk about it on this family-oriented show. So those of you who hear this, go check that out. It's History of the World Part 1. Our ancestors. What they did when they could stand up.
Like even the real movie is almost like a joke, really. Like that scene when he's got the bone. He like picks it up and he's like, "Oh, a bone," and he's like. He starts he hits something here and then he's like hits something over there. It's like, oh, it works over here too. And it's like, oh, it breaks these other bones.
And then next thing, space.
Yeah, but like immediately when you figured out the bone would break other bones, and it's like, oh, I can hurt people with this.
Of course, and that's probably what happened. Mel Brooks when he did again, History of the World Part 1, when they discovered music. And the guy with the rock, and you hit him with bigger rocks, you got different pitches of sound. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what happened. I'm telling you.
I always heard they used to have this instrument. It was sort of like a piano that had a bunch of cats in it, and it would like pull
what the fuck?
It would like pull their tails when you hit the keys.
There's a book. Okay, for all you cat lovers, get ready. There's this book from the last century called 101 Uses for a Dead Cat. And oh my God, that's from my childhood back in the Middle Ages. I think America was just discovered. One of them that sticks out in my mind today is I know some certain people are cat lovers. I know that. I'm sorry, it was a joke. Okay. One of the uses was when they're dead, you can turn them upside down so their feet stick it up and put a flat top on top of it and use them as a table. The other one is that to illuminate signs. You put their heads on speed limit signs at night. Like I said, cat lovers are not going to be fond of that. Hey, it was the 70s. Hey, come on.
Have you ever seen that thing they'll do? It's like a bonsai cat. It's like a
bonsai cat.
Yeah, it's like a cat in a jar. It's weird.
Okay.
The show's taking a dark turn.
I think that's harsh. Okay, even I think that's harsh. I think that's harsh. Okay, all right. Okay, I gotta come back. Great pets.
Yeah.
Great pet. If you want low maintenance, it's the way to go. I was not a cat person until I got one for a while. You can't beat it as far as maintenance.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
that's it.
Definitely not the companionship of a dog, but
I can be seeing the crazy cat lady, and for all those crazy cat ladies out there listening to your show, What's with all the cats? I don't get that. What's with all the
cats? I love that. You're like, those the people that have a lot of cats, those crazy cat ladies. What's with all the cats? What's with that?
I don't know if that's really your demographic either. Like crazy cat ladies.
Like I thought you were about to make this like really like profound point.
It's profound point.
What's the deal with that? Come on, it's been long enough. This whole cat thing, it's kind of running its course. We're sick of it. Like have some kids or something.
Crazy dog ladies are the new thing.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm joking now, but 40 years from now, when I'm telling my cats the stories of this show,
that should be a rule. It's like every 2 cats that you get, you're required to receive a pamphlet on adoption. Like adopting a kid.
Oh, again, this will make a great story when I tell my cats this in the home 40 years from now. Yes, Kitty, I was making jokes about you years ago.
Yeah. It's like, now I get it.
Oh, yes.
Now I get why you have 14 cats. They keep the sadness away.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, by the way, I've heard all the stories. Your cat thinks that you live with him.
Yeah.
And which I don't like, which I think is better than the dog thing where they'll walk to the middle of the living room and stare at the closet.
Yeah.
I saw a Gary Larson Far Side cartoon.
Oh, he's
again,
the best.
dating myself. He says he shows these 2 dogs. This old lady sitting in her living room, and these 2 dogs are out front or in the middle of the living room. And they say, one dog says to the other one, "Hey, I tell you what, want to have some fun? Let's go sit in front of the closet and just stare." So,
oh man.
Oh,
you gotta tell the people about your new job.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, I gotta be vague because Big Brother's watching.
You're good at vague.
Duh. Yeah, duh. Working in the correctional field. Okay, and now it's I'll say this: working with people in corrections. It's
you can say that you're involved in them with them, like
community corrections,
like when they're not in prison, right?
Okay, I guess. Okay, I don't know. They can't make it easy for them.
Yeah.
But let's say we help people adapt to once they come out into the civilian world. The non-correctional environment.
Right.
And I say this: it's interesting because you can't make a difference in people's lives, but you got people out there who don't want.
They make it hard on you.
Yeah, they make it hard on you because people don't want to change. People kind of go back to what they know.
Yeah.
And that's the problem you see in corrections a whole lot is that you find that a lot of people, on average, it's 3 in some states. It's like 3 years tends to be the average. People that get done with their time in penitentiary, they get out, and then depending on what they do, on average, it's about 3 years before they get another charge.
Yeah.
And that comes from they go back to what they know. They come out, things don't necessarily work out.
Yeah.
They go back to what they know.
They get around the same people.
Yeah, the same people, and I always encourage them when I worked at the other place. Don't go back to the same place and people and things got you hooked up in the first place.
Try to truly start fresh. Yeah.
Exactly, but that's
easier
scary.
said than done, but yeah.
It's scary. It's scary. People go back to what's familiar. No. People tend to go back to what's familiar. It sucked, but I know how much that sucks. And I'm from this little wide place in the road town with nothing there but drugs, but I know what to expect there. And something else I also learned by working in corrections, too, is that the hard stuff is out here.
Yeah.
All the movies you see about The Joint and Shawshank and all that, yeah, that's nice. But everyone, I'm going to tell you, the hard stuff is out here. Paying bills, taking care of kids, keeping a roof over your head, holding down a job.
Staying out of trouble.
Yeah, staying out of trouble. That's hard. That's hard to do for a lot of people.
Yeah, because if you have a history, then it's like all your friends are into stuff and they're trying to get you involved and peer pressure.
Exactly. And I found out, too, the younger they start, the more it don't look too good. If you got people starting to act up when they're 10 and 12, that does not bode well.
Yeah.
Because usually most people are either one way or the other. My experience, either they are hardened criminals that started when they were young, or they were the guy that just screwed up one day, had a bad day.
Yeah.
And usually it's the guy or the girl that had a bad day. They go off to prison, do their time, get out, never have no problem.
Yeah. Or do you ever see the kids that like maybe they're kind of rough around the edges as a kid and they get into a lot of trouble, and then they sort of shape up once they get to be an adult,
and that's the other one. That's the other scenario you see too. The guy, he started out rough, but then just something happened and it clicked, and all of a sudden they're, great citizens doing all kinds of good things, and you never know. You never know. What I have seen is like the old lady in this certain place that you'd be surprised. Don't let looks to be deceiving. Yeah. Because see that kind little old lady over there? That minding her own business. Yeah, over there, yeah. Minding her own business, kind, sweet old lady, baking cookies and pies. Biggest dope dealer in the world.
Yeah.
But she don't look the part. That's why she's been successful. Yeah. Until she does something dumb like drive through the middle of a major metropolitan city with 300 pounds of dope in a trailer. Not smart, Grandma.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same people I know, because there was a sounded like a joke, but it wasn't. No, I worked at the impound lot. There was a vehicle in there. It was a really nice, like dually. I forget what they're. It's a Dodge. I think it's a 3500. I think I forget what the characterization the Dodge uses for that, but their big one, the dually, and it had a big, nice trailer that it was pulling. And it was in there because an elderly couple was hauling weed across state lines.
Yeah.
Could be the same people.
It's the last, because you see the old couple, look like they're heading to Florida.
Not a good cover.
That's right. Oh, ain't going to stop them. Or if you do, it's just old Grandpa. He don't know how fast he going.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Another thing, this other fella told me that one thing that they used that worked was they would buy an old ambulance, and transport stuff because they never get stopped.
Yeah, makes sense.
Until somebody did, and then
because you think it'd always be more risky, because if you saw an ambulance, if there's anything off about it.
Yeah.
Like the tag didn't seem right or whatever.
Something you have to be good. You have to get all the tags right, the numbers right, the location.
Yeah.
And then if you get stopped, you guys, if you can't look like the guy, that shouldn't be driving an ambulance.
Yeah. It's sort of like, the dope dealers that, like, the rookie mistake is like they go to a park some abandoned place.
That's right.
Like, yeah, you got to be, out of sight. But in reality, the problem with that is, like, if a cop sees you at all, they know you're up to something.
Exactly.
Which is why they usually use public places, because you don't know what they're doing.
Hide in plain sight.
There's people everywhere.
Yeah, hide in plain sight. So you'd be surprised. When I started working in corrections, it was a big eye-opening experience for me, because I had the old Shawshank, idea of it. Morgan Freeman in there, old Red making all kinds of deals, and that's kind of sort of true.
Yeah.
But the problem is keeping them out.
Yeah.
Because especially females. Yeah, it's hard. You'd be surprised how hard it is to get to prison.
Yeah.
Because all the diversion, multiple chances they give you not to go to jail. But you got some people who can't follow instructions. In fact, one offender told me, I just can't follow instructions. Yeah, dude, we know where you're going.
At least you're self-aware.
I just can't do it. I'm like, and there are people like that. And what do you do with them people? How many chances do you give them? I mean, it's a tough dilemma.
Yeah.
And then we're not counting we're not counting mental illness either.
Oh, yeah.
Which prisons have become the new mental hospital, whether they want to admit that or not. So we don't really, as a society, know what to do with people with severe mental illness, because they go out, get in trouble, we lock them up. But they do get care, some level of it. Yeah. I don't know.
It's tough. It really is. Because it's like, one side, prison is about punishing people for crimes and deter them from doing them again. Mm-hmm. But, in a lot of cases, it doesn't actually work, and it makes people more, it almost seems like we'd almost be better off looking at incarceration as a removal from society.
Some cases it is. That's exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, and of course, there's always exceptions, but I think in a lot of cases, I think it might be better if we look at it that way and actually do try to treat people, at least, it's not like the Ritz-Carlton or anything in jail, but like, treat him okay.
That's the federal prison, man. You live good up there, but
but you do the time.
Yeah, you do. There ain't no. Yeah, you do every day of it. Yeah. I mean, hey, dude. Hey, OJ's getting out, by the way. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
All right.
What's weird about that is, so the whole O.J. Simpson situation is an example of the system failing twice in 2 different directions. There's no reason why, like, he should have been convicted and put in jail the first time.
Okay.
The second time, he shouldn't have been. That's what's so
he wouldn't get his own stuff. Lock him up.
It wasn't even his fault. Like the guy that pulled a gun, he didn't even know that he had a gun.
That's what O.J. said. I know he had a gun. Yeah, but you were there, O.J., and you knew they were laying for you. You knew they were waiting for you. Come on.
But all of the stories have been kind of corroborated and stuff. I actually kind of believe it. I think he probably didn't. He has to know he's OJ. He has to know like he got lucky.
If they get a chance to nail to a cross, they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
so
he had to know that.
Don't give him the rope to hang you with.
Yeah, he had to know that. So I believe him when he says he didn't know. But
OJ, you can't. But the guy said, "Hey, OJ and his boys busted in here wanting their stuff back."
Yeah,
I was feared for my life. Oh. You're done.
Yeah, and they threw the book at him.
Oh yeah,
and that's not fair. That's not how the system is supposed to work.
No,
he was not convicted. As far as the system is concerned, he never murdered anybody.
They got him. The Goldman family. They came out and got him civilly though.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man, if he ever, and they said as soon as he hits the streets, they're gonna be on him.
Yeah.
But I think where did OJ's money go?
They say he's going to get a reality show, which
of course
I'll watch some of it.
He's going to live off. I saw he's going to live off his NFL pension.
Yeah, they can't touch that apparently.
Exactly. No, that's $100K a year, dude. I think I could scrape by on $100K a year. I don't know. It'll be tough, but And then also he'll have a bunch of signings, and which he'll kill on that.
Yeah.
He says he could charge up to $100 a signature.
Yeah.
But the line starts here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he's one of the most famous people that's still alive, you really think about it.
Even people that hate him, I'll get this. I can't stand him, but I'll get this jersey signed, though.
Yeah.
I hate him, but sign this, OJ. That's how people are. Come on. That's how people are.
Yeah.
I hate your show, but I'll watch it. Just see how bad it is. Okay.
Exactly.
Good.
Well, people like to watch a train wreck,
Yeah.
It's like there's this guy that... It's like, what's their company? It's called like Voda Consulting or something like that. And the dude's kind of gone viral, not in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Because he posted some video, some kind of training exercise that he was doing where he had like a knife and a gun, and there's an indoor range. And the target was like all the way back, like where you're supposed to be like changing the target, not shooting the target.
Okay.
And he's like got a knife or something. And he's doing something where he like swipes at it, and then he pulls his gun and shoots like basically at the ceiling, and he's just doing a lot of like very unsafe stuff.
Okay.
And I went to their YouTube channel, and it's funny because like it's pretty much nothing but people like just trolling them and stuff, And it's.
I mean, I don't know.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Like you can't just be an idiot. Like you're gonna get people are gonna say mean things to you no matter what you're doing.
You have to expect that.
If you actually are screwing up,
that's right. Even if you're right, you're doing good things, people are gonna be on you.
Yeah.
But if you're like you say, if you actually are messing up, dude, it's blood in the water. It's blood in the water, dude.
Yeah, big time.
Dude. Especially if you're an obvious poser. I've been watching some of these stolen valor stuff.
Those are so fun to watch.
I'm like, dude. What are these people thinking?
Yeah, have you seen the Navy SEAL guy that was like this biker dude that was hanging out like in New Orleans, like on the strip in New Orleans? You see that one?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, it was a good one because he was like this had like a Navy SEAL thing on his biker vest and all this stuff.
Okay, poser. Okay, so in this city that's remaining nameless, I'm out front covering this door, and some guy coming down the street, crew cut, big guy, but not what I would call in shape.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kind of regular guy looking, kind of doughy looking, like me.
Yeah.
And the guy has a seal, Navy SEALs. Okay, that's exactly what a Navy SEAL would not wear. And he walked out, I'm okay, dude. I'm like, whatever, man. Hey, and he comes into the club I was covering. And I'm like, ID. He's like, ID? I'm like, yes, ID, please. And I says, he shows me his driver's license. I said, you wouldn't happen to have a military ID, would you? Just to mess with him. And he goes, well, you military ID, please. Thank you very much. And he didn't produce it. So I thought the guy's he's full of crap. Guys that do that to impress women.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that, get your story straight. And don't be the obvious poser. Like, okay, number one, the cooler the story, the more chances BS.
Yeah.
And it's always, how come everybody ever claims to be a cook?
That's true. Yeah.
Somebody's always, special operations, third ranger. What about did they have cooks? I mean, were you that? Maybe I believe that. I was a cook in Ranger Regiment. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sure, come on in. But it's always the high speed job, I got Bin Laden. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The only way I would ever be a stolen valor is if they actually do that space command thing, like they were gonna do.
Space command. I think they did. I think they have one. I know the Air Force. I think the Air Force has it.
But it was like a tactical team, I think.
No,
or something.
I think it's like some cyber thing. I don't know. Okay. I know the image we have is the big,
like Space Commando. Well, if they ever have that, I'll pretend to be that at least once.
I think they actually have it. I'm not sure. I remember reading they actually have it, but it's like cyber satellite. There's this big moon base up there anywhere
that we know of.
That we know of. That's right. Yeah. But they do have a Space Command, I do believe. But I think nobody takes them serious because that name, Space Command. Yeah, right. Whatever.
It's not actually like fighting aliens or anything.
You're not like beaming up to the Enterprise and stuff. I mean, who knows? Men in Black, they're already here. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Men in Black stolen valor.
That's right. Oh, when they come up with that neuralizer, dude, I'm getting one. Oh hell, dude, heck yeah, I'm getting one. That's gonna fly off the shelves.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that came out awkward. Try that again.
Everybody look at your screens, right?
Oh man, the greatest part though, like one of my favorite things in that movie is like whenever Will Smith is recreating their memory. You know what I'm saying? So he'll like shoot him with that thing, and then he'll tell them like what happened.
A big rant about.
So these guys came in, and you're gonna need to do the like what is that? There was a scene in the farmhouse with that old lady. With that dude.
Yeah. You need to
more sugar.
You need to leave him and get some new clothes. Leave him.
Yeah.
And you're gonna wake up tomorrow morning. You're gonna tell him to call your mama. Tell him you're gonna stay with her for a couple.
Yeah. That's great.
Dude. Heck yeah, dude.
I love that guy's like more sugar, more sugar and water.
That was Private Powell from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
that's right. It was.
Right.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Big leap. That's a big leap.
Yeah, really.
They should have R. Lee Ermey in there.
That would be great.
Which I think his best role was the Army guy in Toys.
Oh man!
No. What was that?
Toy Story.
Toy Story. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
That was good.
I wish that they had done a spin-off of movie of just those guys. How great would that have been,
dude? Get Hollywood on the phone.
Yeah.
You got a movie. You got the end now. You're a player now.
Yeah,
you're an A-lister now. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
That's right. I look pretty good for someone that got shot in the neck.
Get Stan Lee on the phone. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I got to show you the video. I got video of me getting shot in the neck.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you're there. Come on.
It's pretty cool.
Where's the red carpet?
Like blood and everything.
Where's the red carpet? I got my tux ready. Let's go.
Yeah, hopefully the movie will be released at some point, for too long. It's called Strain 100, though. We're allowed to say the name of it.
Okay, that's from the show on. There's a series on Fox.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think there's a series called Strain, but this is Strain 100.
Oh, well, okay.
It's different.
It's different. It's 100.
Yeah.
Come on. It's obvious.
It's like 99 more than that other
show. That's right. So, okay. So, like I said, it won't be long now. Like I said, dude, you got to get your where's the reality show? Come on. It can't be far off.
Well, this is it right there.
That's why. Oh, no. I'm sorry. All these years. You got to have Big John behind the scenes, all this fake drama. Come on, yeah.
I actually have been doing this thing. They call it vlogging. There's a few different types of it. There's like vloggers where they just stay in like one location and talk about like a specific topic.
Yeah,
And then there's ones where they kind of film like going around doing stuff. I've been doing some of that. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet. I'm still playing with it, but it's kind of fun. It's like I just basically filmed different things that I'm doing like throughout the day, or usually I try to make it like, you know, it's not like, now I'm eating food, you know. No, it's not like that. You know?
Okay. Right.
It's like stuff that I feel like that, you know, that people watching will relate to, like kind of behind the scenes, like doing the gun video.
Okay, all right.
You know,
you're not gonna have like a housewives video with your old lady. Okay, all right.
Not yet.
No. I was not yet. It's still on the drawing board. Yeah. That's all right. You know, at the range, you know, at the compound, you know, table full of guns. No, you should use a 9mm. No, the 380. No.
That was great.
Dude, I'm telling you, hey. No problem. I need a cameo.
Yeah.
I need a cameo.
You got to be in it,
dude.
Well, I think that's cool about it though is it's because I like to do content that's it's just about the content and it's easy to produce and to put out, you know.
It's not rocket science. I mean, that's why reality stuff works, because the cost is
it's easy, it's simple, it's relatable.
And
like if some of those different ideas that I've had, like I think we can do them easier, like because we need to do that airsoft thing.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. There's a place in Nashville, we should go do it, and we could do it as a vlog. Like I'll just film us talking about it, going down there, and trying to shoot each other, and
no problem. And then do cutouts. All right, I think I got him pinned down. We're moving. Move left. Okay,
exactly.
And then you cut back to you. I think he's moving left. Come on. It's gold on the streets. Come on, let's go.
You got to get all your like special forces buddies from
I'll call everybody up. All right, we're gonna meet in Nashville, Tennessee. 2:48 Zulu time, Central time. Okay.
We'll gang up on some kids. Oh man, that reminds me. If I can find it, I'll have to show it to you when we get out there in a second. It's so great. There's a video of this kid playing Call of Duty, and he's doing it as a joke, but it's so funny. Mm-hmm. And he's like speaking in like military terms, like phonetic alphabet and stuff.
Okay.
And you can tell it's like a kid, but at least to me, he sells it. I mean, it sounds so legit, you know.
Well, I've seen those.
It's so funny.
Some of those like when I play Call, which I do. And I haven't played. I'm waiting for November so I can get online again, dude.
World War II.
When I get play online, I was on the headset and I'm listening to some of these kids. You know, the kids like 12, 13. You know it.
Yeah.
I'm like, they got the terminology down. They got the tactics. I went, dude.
Yeah.
You are dedicated, man. Hey. Yeah. I took these individuals up to a place called Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I went to the Airborne Museum up there, and these kids are all about Call of Duty. Yeah. And man, this 9 and 10-year-old were up there picking out with M1 rifle, M1 Garand, KG-98. Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, knew their weapons, rate of fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Education.
Yeah, it's cool. It's brought a lot of new people and gotten them interested in history and stuff. I think it's good.
Oh, dude.
There's so November, the new World War II Call of Duty, of course, comes out. And then also there's a new Star Wars game that's coming out that's like a first-person shooter, too. When is
what's that? I read a series of books a while back about the stormtroopers. I kept wondering when's the movie coming out, because the book was excellent. It's about the special force, like a special forces clone team,
the Shadow Troopers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, where is the movie, dude? Let's go.
They were in Rogue One.
Okay.
Did you see Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those the black Shadow Trooper guys. Yeah. I think that's what those are, right?
These guys had like different colors on their body armor, meant different things, and they had, some of them had the little flap, the little loincloth hanging off the back of that meant something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, so the person that I watched it was all into it, could tell you the whole mythology of it. But I'm like,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
I'm like, that's a movie waiting to happen. Disney's doing it right now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if they did like a Star Wars movie that focused on the Empire, and they sort of made it like from their perspective.
Full Metal Jacket Empire. For Stormtroopers, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Which they did that. I saw a commercial for not Rogue One. It was the what's his name? The guy, not Sergeant Major, Master Chief. The guy, what's his name? What's in that game?
You got from Halo?
Halo, yeah. There was a version of Halo, and it was like a Russian Special Forces basic training. They showed the guy, he's in the recruit center, and then they're kicking his butt in basic training. Guys are yelling at him in Russian, and next thing you know, he's on the ship. It was great commercial. Yeah. I didn't play the game.
Yeah.
Great commercial though.
That's awesome.
Dude, I mean, that's just so much you could do.
Huh.
We got to call the Mouse House up and say, hey, dudes, we got ideas. Hey, listen to us. I forget what J.J. Abrams, forget him. Listen to us.
Yeah, exactly. We know what you need.
We know what's right. You know, hey.
Yeah.
I thought, dude.
Right. Well, let's take some questions.
Okay.
It's question time.
Okay, you had one person at the beginning of the show wanting to know what kind of camera you use.
Well, for the Hickok 45 videos, we use an XA30, and the one that's looking at me right now is an XA20, and the one that is looking at Derrick is an XA10. So,
you gonna throw any thoughts out about those, or you're just gonna?
Well, I mean, it's just
good cameras.
They work.
It works. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. They're just kind of in the prosumer category, and they work well.
What is your ideal stuff hitting the fan gun?
AK.
Okay.
AK. Hate to say it.
I'm probably gonna still stick with the AR. I think.
As long as you buy ammo for it.
That's what I'm thinking. It might be easier to find ammo for the AR.
But as far as reliability, as far as ruggedness, AK. Don't shoot unless you have to, but AK.
Yeah. The only reason I would pick the AR over the AK, two reasons really, is because ammo I feel like might be harder to find. I mean, there's a lot of it out there in civilian hands, but as far as like, an apocalypse situation, there might be some government stuff laying around.
Yeah. And
then the other reason is the same reason I like the 5.56 round in general, is you can carry more of it.
Yeah, true.
But
that's the same reason I've heard too why they're worrying about transitioning to a new weapon for the Army. It's because there's so much 5.56 out there.
Yeah.
You got that stuff stockpiled for years.
Yeah.
Why am I? If I change weapons now, I got a bunch of excess 5.56, which sell to civilians.
Yeah, I will buy it.
It'll go quick. Hey.
Yeah, that's for sure. What else we got?
What's the most ridiculous thing you were into? I guess they're talking about like what's your weirdest hobby that you guys have had or whatever.
Weirdest hobby
that I'm willing to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a family show, so
we're rated G here.
I like to meticulously paint little figurines of mice.
That's right. I can't. Sorry, I'm taking the fifth. On
okay. We'll both take the fifth.
That's from Big John After Dark. We gotta get that off the ground. Okay.
Yeah. Only boring people talk about their. Okay, what else we got?
Somebody was wanting to know if you were gonna do like a video showing off your vinyl collection. That you had at one point like talked about that.
Oh yeah, I could maybe do that sometime.
Didn't you do recently a studio tour of In Here? So,
yeah.
I don't know. Would that be kind of a similar?
Yeah, I showed it that it was there, but I haven't like gone through and shown. I've got so many, but yeah, I could do that. I could show off.
Yeah, that Lawrence Welk should go real good. Sorry. Okay, I don't think you don't know who he is. Come on.
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, thank you for giving me that sympathy laugh. Thank you.
I understood the concept.
I know what I'm supposed to laugh.
Like I got the joke.
Lawrence Welk.
I got that the joke was like, I'm going to mention this guy that you wouldn't listen to probably.
Thank you. You got the concept. Thank you. All right. Lawrence
Welk. Like I understand jokes enough for that.
That's all right. Thank you. Google him, somebody, please. I mean, he's been dead 40 years. Come on.
What else we got?
Favorite food?
Chicken and dumplings, guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish John would eat that. I would love to make some chicken and dumplings.
Heck yeah, boy.
I'd be the only one eating on them for days.
Lots of gravy, by God.
I could answer John's for him.
Yeah, pizza.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Apple pie. Apple everything.
Great combination.
Yeah, pizza and apple pie. It's America.
That's
right
American, yeah.
America.
John's like the closest I've met to an actual like Ninja Turtle. Like he loves everything Ninja Turtle. He loves pepperoni pizza. Like, yeah.
Hey.
You're not a ninja though. So
I don't
maybe
know
not
ninjutsu
or a
though.
turtle.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So maybe I need to recant that. Somebody wanted to know what you guys thought about Hacksaw Ridge. Have you seen that?
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Way to go. I hate to say it. Way to go, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
They couldn't even mention his name. All right, it's a great movie. Somebody made it, but it's a great movie. But Mel Gibson came back fighting. Hey, it was a good movie. Good movie.
It was. I felt like, of course, I don't know the I'm not like a student of the actual history of it as much maybe I should be, but it kind of seemed a little overdone with like the thing that I don't understand is like it would have been so easy for him to just be like, okay, I'll carry the damn rifle, but then just not shoot anybody. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. He was number one. He didn't have to. He already had a civilian job. He didn't, and he did not. It was a military necessity job. He did not have to join. He was working like a shipyard or something like that.
Yeah.
But he went and he said, "Look, I don't know what his religion was. He was what." I don't know what it was.
Catholic or something.
Something, yeah. But anyway, he couldn't carry a rifle. I'll shout, not kill. Okay, fine. I'll go as a medic. And they did give him flack about it. But eventually, yes, they said, okay, you can go in the infantry as a medic. Okay, because they needed him.
Yeah.
And Hacksaw Ridge on Okinawa was not his first time out. He was in the Philippines. I think he was on Guam too.
Yeah.
Before he went to Okinawa. So.
His dad was that terrifying dude from The Matrix.
That's right, Mr. Anderson. No, yeah, that was it. Yeah. And no, Keanu Reeves was Mr. Anderson. Agent Smith.
Yeah.
Agent Smith. Also, he was Red Skull from Captain America.
Yeah. That's right.
So you're stereotypical bad guy.
He was also in Cloud Atlas.
He was.
I didn't see that movie?
I didn't catch that one.
That's a good movie. That's one of those movies I feel like went way under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting because it's like this cool time warp kind of thing because like it follows these like I think 7 different stories and they're all different characters but played by the same actors. And
Halle Berry is one of them, right?
Yeah, and Tom Hanks is in it. They take place in different time periods, but they all like interconnect. I mean, it's kind of a beautiful work of art, like the way they put it together.
Which is probably
really
why
interesting.
It was probably why it didn't do well because you had to actually watch it.
You had to pay attention. Yeah.
No explosions, no superhero, no guy in a cape flying around. Okay. Oh, what's this?
Yeah.
This thoughtful stuff. What is this?
Yeah. I mean, there was action in it, but it was really interesting.
Oh, hey.
Great movie. It blows my mind that it wasn't more successful.
And what else was that guy in? He was the elf dude in The Hobbit.
Davy's listening to that.
The elf dude.
Shenanigans back here at this point.
Yeah.
He's DJing.
All right, we'll take like one more good question and then we'll wrap it up.
What is a caliber that you wish to own?
Wish to own that don't already have them.
Rifle or
wish list.
Yeah, what's
wish list?
Yeah, caliber you don't already have that you because I knew you were going to say 45, but you already have that.
I would love to have a Scar, but they are a little bit overrated.
So 308, you want to know?
308, but what am I going to shoot out of? A Scar, a little bit. Scar's overpriced for civilians.
They kind of for what they are.
3,500.
Pretty high, yeah.
But I think the 223 versions. Still like 27.
Well, the rifle to get if you want a 308 that's not too expensive and a semi-automatic is one of those PTR 91s that Century Arms is importing, and it's like there's a big Israeli battle rifle.
Okay,
you would recognize it if you saw it, but there's a big old old school war horse of a rifle, and I think they're like going for $700 or $800, which is just a steal for a semi-automatic 308. Really.
What about how much an M10 go for?
Oh, like an AR-10?
Yeah, AR-10s.
Oh, man, those get pretty high. I mean, they probably – I don't think I've ever seen one for less than like $2,500.
Cool.
They kind of range between $2,500 and $3,500. So almost as expensive as a Scar.
Well, the old M14, they're about
what? Those you can still find. Yeah,
they are great weapons. They are a little bit – if you find ones bit, I would still.
Yeah.
They are a little bit dated, but it's an improved M1. And they are excellent, accurate out to 800 yards?
Yeah, especially if you can get one of the old Springfield Armory ones when they were still using GI parts.
Yeah.
Because the Springfield Armory, when they started, like the modern Springfield Armory, not, of course, the original government company, they were producing them from GI parts almost exclusively. And, of course, eventually they ran out and they had to make them, make the parts themselves, but they're still pretty good from what I've heard. But the best ones are definitely the old ones.
And that's still a good weapon for what you use it for. Iron sights, reach out to 800 yards. Good weapon.
Plenty accurate. Yeah.
And what about those SOCOMs?
Yeah, those are nice.
How much they go?
I think you're definitely dancing around 1,000 on
at
one
least
of those,
minimum
for sure. Yeah.
And the bucket list weapon is still that by God Grand M1.
Oh yeah,
piece of history.
I would wait though, because they're supposedly a bunch of them are coming in.
Come on, Philippines, bring them on. Philippines and Korea, bring them on. Let's go.
Dude, we've talked about this a million times. We need to do it. I could do it as one of those vlog videos too. We need to travel out to the place where they do those CMP matches. When the grands come in, we gotta make just road trip out there and shoot, because you have to shoot in the match to be eligible for one.
Oh, okay.
But whenever you're ready to get one, and whenever they come in, let's do it, man. We'll road trip out there. We'll both get one.
Let's go. By God, stamped 1945.
Yeah,
God,
it'd be great. I don't know what they cost when you go through there, but I know they're definitely a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, right. You talking about down there in Huntsville, right?
I think so. I think they're like $500 or $600 if you go through that program. I think, which is still a lot to than you get one off the street. You know,
dude. Okay,
we'll have to do that.
Bring it on. Piece of God history.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been fun.
Good to be back.
Thanks everybody for hanging out with us on the show. I might actually do some Battlefield 1 live streaming later on tonight or something. So check that out. But it's been fun. Thanks for coming on as usual.
Outstanding.
And we'll do it again soon.
See ya.
See ya.